the new killer. Licensed killer, too. What? Slasher. Why is everyone P100? Is that normal? Ew. Pretty sick, pretty sick. With skins that are available. These two. So this is like kind of like the normal. Yeah. I kind of like this one because of the mask and the flannel. This one's kind of like I like it, but we'll unlock it. Just maybe it seems cooler. I don't know. Later on. So there's some Voorhees. Average 32 tear radius, 4.4 speed. We've seen his Mori, but I am going to play it again. Kind of glancing through this. So he's known as the Slasher, which makes sense. Makes sense. We see his perks here too. We're gonna play as Mori and then look at his perks, which we've seen as Mori before, but I think it's probably my favorite Mori to date. Yeah, that's pretty sick. Okay, so here are his perks in order. Hex Scared to Death. After you hook 3 different survivors, Adult Totem ignites. While chasing a survivor, whenever you basic break a pallet, survivors within 13 meters scream and gain 13% hindered. So it's similar to... Very similar to Thwack, but they gain hindered. That's what I'm catching on. And they scream and they get slowed down. Silent Shadow. When the trial starts, you gain undetectable for 13 seconds, or until you down a survivor. When all generators are completed, you gain undetectable. This is okay. I mean, it seems fun, but I feel like 13 seconds in the beginning is probably too little, but you'll probably pair it with, like, lethal or something. That would be kind of fun. Whenever you basic break a pallet or a breakable wall, you earn 1 token up to 13. Funny number. Whenever you are blinded or pallet stunned the next 13 seconds, you gain 1% haste for each token. Cooldown 20%. Hold on, I need to reread that. That messed me up. Whenever you are blinded or pallet stunned, for the next 13 seconds, you gain 1% haste for each token. Okay, so if you have 13 tokens, and you get stunned, you have 13% haste for the next 13 seconds. That's really funny. There's a lot of funny numbers in that one. So, I'm going to run his normal perks. Oh, is he not just like Jason? I guess we'll put in Slasher and see if that... Yeah, I see. Here are the add-ons. Oh, I have to. Hold up. Shoot. Oh, okay. Oh, my bad. Just load up on tons of stuff here real quick. Make sure we have at least one of every add-on. Cool. Offerings. I don't care too much for offerings. Wow. That's pretty sick that I did this. I mean, I don't know why, but I mean, I'm not gonna complain. So we'll start from the bottom and go up. Or Daryl's shoe. It hung from her twitching foot as the knife plunged into her belly. Increased the duration of haste after a jump scare by 5 seconds. Knitting needle increases the time it takes impaled survivors to extract the spike from themselves. So you can remove it from yourself, similar to like Springtrap's X. I hate to compare it to that, but that's what that is. Increase the duration of killer instinct after a jump scare by 2 seconds. Small, tiny add-ons, not a big deal. Increase the range at which you trigger jump scare by 4 meters. Pretty cool. After a jump scare within survivors within 6 meters of a hook or scrap pile, gain oblivious. That's pretty cool, I think. It's a cool concept. Sleeping bag. After grabbing a hook spike while in omnipresent evil mode, see the locations of survivors within 8 meters of hooks. That's pretty sick. I think that's underrated. That seems like a really good add-on. Aura reading on this guy is crazy, I feel. If you're not in, omnipresent evil. So I assume it's like grab the hook, and then immediately come out of it. That way you see them, because I don't know if you'll see their aura when you're an omnipresent evil. Um, breaking a pallet, or sorry, party noisemaker. Breaking a pallet or a breakable wall with a jump scare reveals the auras of survivors further than 32 meters for 6 seconds. Um, that's alright, I think. That's pretty good. Um, with the, breaking it with jump scare reveals. Yeah, that's not like terrible. That's like pretty good. Like a tiny little barbecue, but it's within 32 meters instead of outside of 32 meters, I think. Gain 13% haste. Okay, sorry. Uh, Corner's coffee. Increase the distance survivors are pushed by spikes by 25%. Gain 13% haste for 3 seconds after injuring a survivor with a spike. That's pretty good. It's an interesting add-on. It pushes them further away, but you get haste. Bloody Smile. Increases jump scare and omnipresence evil's detection range by 4 meters. It's alright. I mean, it's like, there's like no downsides in these, so. Spikes that come with 1 meter. Besides, I guess you can say the push. I mean, it's not like a big deal. 2 nails. Spikes that come with 1 meter of a survivor reveal their aura. So it's like if you miss, but you're like really, really close, it'll reveal their aura. Pretty simple. After a jump scare, inflict all survivors with killer instincts detection range with exhausted for 13 seconds. That's pretty good. Not bad. You know, we'll get rid of exhaustion perks. Impaled survivors become broken for 30 seconds after extracting a spike. So like, the Legion pin or the Smiley pin. I forgot which one it is, but it's broken after they remove it. Injuring a healthy survivor with a spike inflicts the mangled and hemorrhage status effects for 70 seconds. Pretty cool. It's sloppy for the spike, pretty much. Eye goop. Gain undetectable for 9 seconds after grabbing a hook spike. That's pretty good. I feel like you'll be doing that pretty often, so I don't see that being a downside. That's a decent add-on. Impaled survivors emit a 32-meter tear radius until the spike is extracted. Gain undetectable from survivor. Wait, hold on. Gain undetectable from the time the survivor is impaled 13 seconds after they extract the spike. A lot of 13s in here. I like that. That's like kind of funny to me. From the I mean, it's all right. Not a terrible perk or add-on. I mean, no. Deputy's badge. See the repair progress of generators while in omnipresent evil mode. Increase the movement speed, or decreases the movement speed by 25%. That's okay. There's like the eerie add-on for Wraith where you can tell how progressed gens are based on their auras, I guess. Burnt fuse. While a survivor is impaled for 5 seconds after they extract the spike, the X gates are blocked from them, and any survivors within 13 meters. That's pretty good. I like that one. That one's like fun. You can pair that with some pretty fun stuff. Bloody Magazine. When a hook spike misses, all survivors within 13 meters of the impact scream and reveal their auras for 3 seconds. That's not too bad. I mean, that's pretty good too. I mean, like I'm not seeing like any like crazy ones, but they're like not bad, I guess. Passing. Okay, so these are the important ones. These are the 2 eerie ones. Dirty Money and Iridescent Boat Mirror or Motor. Mirror. Oh god. Dirty Money and Iridescent Boat Motor. Passing through windows while omnipresent evil mode marks. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm tweaking out. Passing through windows while in omnipresent evil mode marks them for 13 seconds. When you perform a jump scare, all marked survivors become all marked windows. I'm freaking out. Okay, so basically, if you pass through a window while in omnipresent evil mode, it becomes marked. And then when you do a jump scare, all of the marked ones are blocked for 5 seconds. Not bad. I figured it would be like this one is going to be omnipresent, this one's going to be sphere. Dirty Money. Gain 2 tokens whenever a gen is completed. If you are not holding a spike when vaulting a window or breaking a pallet, immediately spend a token and gain a spike. That sounds pretty cool. I'm going to use these 2 because I feel like they're the most impactful. I don't really care about offering this. We'll bring Lethal to pair with Silent Shadow. And we will... Oh, hold on. I need to do this, actually, now that I think about it. Queue times are going to be terrible. Queue times are going to be miserable. I'm going to do the custom game with bots. I completely forgot to mention this before. But there is actually a survivor coming with new funny survivor perks. but it's a DBD original survivor. It's not a Jason universe survivor, if that makes sense, because there is no Jason universe survivor. So we're going to look at these. I believe the first one is called Lend Hand. Yep. It's per trial and per survivor. Bless or cleanse one totem while healing another survivor. Use F to gain 4 permanent healing charges. Like a BMP, but for healing. The second one is... Can we just go general perks? Let's make things easier. Nope. Let's search through this, because I forgot the name of the next one. Cross-examination. While in the killer's terror radius, they leave light marks that last for 10 seconds that you can see. While on the killer's light marks, you gain elusive, and this ends after 5 seconds. So I'm guessing like red stain. That's what my guess is. The next one is full throttle, I think. Wide open throttle, my bad. Whenever you fast vault a pallet, gain 15% haste for 3 seconds. The pallet is reset, blocked for 60 seconds, and all survivors see the pallet. Pretty fun. Looks like an interesting perk. And one more thing I wanted to make sure of is that his cosmetic sets aren't like linked. So yeah, we can do this. Like, yeah, we can. They are not linked. I'm not sure if this will change in the PTB, but they don't seem linked from what I can tell. I don't care for this. That's personal preference, I guess. I like the machete with like this. This seems cool. But yeah, that would be all. Back to what I was doing. Sorry. Pretty sick. Chase her down. The chase music's pretty sick. I like it. It's very Jason-esque. She didn't drop this. So if you do this, you can actually control jump scare. It breaks the pallet, and you get like a little speed boost. I feel like that's pretty crazy. I can collect spikes. What's the button to collect space? Noted. I missed. That's like on my bad. Okay, work this side. I'm trying to mind gamer like it's not a bot. It's kind of crazy to me. Cool, blocked. Oh, that's so funny, the animation for that. I'll pick this. Alright, I'm immediately going to hook her. And then I'm going to enter Omnipresent Evil after I get my spike. So does it hold control, or is it just... Okay, all I have to do is tap control, I don't have to hold it. That's great. That's comfy for me. No one's here. I'm thinking main. I'm thinking top main. Maybe that pallet right there. Nah, I was wrong. There is a bit of a cooldown on Omnipresent Evil, but it's not a crazy one considering how fast you move. Kind of pre-ran that, which is like, yeah, makes sense. I see why you would. Nice. It's very precise, which is good because small weapon, big survivors in terms of hitbox, I think. Oh, there's a problem. There's a problem. So if you enter Omnipresent Evil, you have to have a pallet. You have to have a pallet or a window to come out of, which is very... Makes sense, right? But it means he's like nerfed in dead zones. You can kind of do that. Oh my god, did you see that? It like had like an extra, it's like an extra hitbox to it, like a lingering hitbox, a lot wider than it looks. Kind of like a Nemesis, where if you hit them from behind, if you hit them like aiming at their ass, then you hit them. You know what I mean? It also impaled her to the wall, which is really cool to me. Very sick. I'm gonna kick this. Enter Omnipresent Evil and go to that small boat. I feel like that's probably where they're at. Do you think she gains do you think she gains anti-camp when I'm omnipresent near her? No one's here. Okay, we'll try to jump scare them. They're running. You can guys see their footsteps. They're like sitting here. Oof, nearly. That was close. Spike pile in here. That's big. So this is her. It's an ore. That's interesting. This is his mini Mori. Death hook and impaled. It looks goofy, but it's kind of cool. I like it. It's really cool. Man, I'm like nerding out over here. This is like the best thing that's probably happened to me in my 9 years of DBD. There's Laura. Didn't we sniper from here? Hold on, let's go around. Yeah. Someone still here? No, it just sounded like there was. I don't know why I thought that. She gone to the basement? There's no way. She's on the outside. I started to chase through the wall, which is really cool. Interesting. I'm not sure. That's probably a bug, yeah. She's just... Oh, I'm not making any mistakes. I'm gonna leave her. Go over here. Can you also spawn in? Okay, so you can come in at broken pallets, so never mind. It's like not a big deal. I should have turned around. But it's no big deal because no one's here. That's one thing I need to get used to, is like changing the side that you attack from, I guess. Big. I should get M1 here if there's not a pallet. There was a pallet, I didn't use it though. I like points at them with his recovery. I want to see what it looks like certain animations, like locker searches, stuff like that. I guess here's a failed locker search. Nothing special, pretty average. Usually, when they pick someone out of the locker, they do like a funny little expression. Yeah. Wait, she's here. I didn't think it spawned right on top of her. Big. Okay, we can... I should have followed her and then got the spike pile that was next to her. There's something we have to kind of adjust to. Is that if you follow a survivor long enough, they're eventually going to run past a hook or a spike pile like this. You think we can... I was really hoping she'd like go through that. Yeah, she's not gonna, like... Oof. Dirty. And another great thing is that whenever you go to a hook, there's always going to be a spike there. You just press space again. You hook her? Hook her. I don't even know her. And then you press space again and you collect your spike. This is really fun. This is probably the most fun I've had in a very long time on DVD. This kit feels so smooth. It feels very lethal with the right precision. Someone's on this gen, I think. I lied. It just sounded like there was someone on the gen. Am I freaking out, or is anyone else hearing that? I wanted it to, like, go through. Maybe it would hit him, but... I don't know, there's some interesting things you can do here. Did he just continue holding W? Friend? Oof. Hold on, there's a spike pile here. It's not so bad. You do have, like, a slowdown whenever you miss, but... Or whenever you throw it, rather. Doesn't matter if you miss or not. Interesting. I pushed him, like... He had to, like, sort of walk back towards me to... come to that loop. So, I feel if you do it right, that add-on where it pushes them further, if they have to walk back sort of in your direction to go back into a loop, it feels pretty good. Am I crazy? He was down here, wasn't he? And I just didn't see him. Yeah. Let's, search. If he is here, I'm not gonna bother too much. Just which sides is him to? That makes this a little more optimal. Like this. But yeah, there's a thing here where if you go into Omnipresent Evil, you cannot come out unless you have a pallet or a window. A broken pallet works too, I've learned. So if it's a broken pallet, that's fine. Just a pallet spot in a window. That is one of my perks. The Hex, Scared to Death, I think. Oof, that would have hit. That would have been crazy. That would have been nasty. Yeah, if they throw, it's a free hit. Free hit, like most killers, like Huntress, like Xeno, like Pyramid Head. I like the idea there, but there's a hook here. I can just infinitely reload. It's fine. I lied. I lied. I lied. I can't. There's like a cooldown on your reload for hooks, apparently. Good to know. Oof, that was like close, yeah. They can also stun off of that. It's like a normal grab. Not at all like Singularity, or not Singularity, but Springtrap from what I understand. Where Springtrap grabs you with his axe in you, then they can't really get a stun or a blind. Unless he like moves into the pallet afterwards or something. Or maybe they can get a stun. I'm not certain on that part. I know they can't get a blind. I feel like it's unlucky likely because of how quick it is. Why is it? It's slow because I'm at the I'm at his hook, like just after he got unhooked. Or so it's similar to Singularity, where if you try to, why did he do that? Silly. If you try to we'll do his Mori here. Back to that. Hold that thought. Similar to Singularity, where if you try to TP next to a hook, it'll be like really, really slow. Same with Dredge, where you can't TP to lockers next to a hook that has someone on it. There's V. Rick is injured, we need to remember that. No mistakes from her. I lied. It's like Huntress. If you're at a pallet and he has a spear, you really don't want to throw it. Give him a free hit. I'm trying to mind game her like she's not a bot. Another free hit. You see how there's like a brick wall behind their icon? I guess that means that they're in a wall, in a surface. Pretty cool, I like that idea. Having survivors like impaled to things around the map. And dead. Alright, if we can find Rick. Another cool thing, if you do this, you break the pallet. You saw that earlier, but you break the pallet. It's really, really slow around hooked survivors, but anywhere else would be like a normal kick, from what I understand. Okay, we're gonna search for Rick now. Oh, found him. Okay. Do you think it would have been better to spawn from the other side? Oh, I thought he would... That's my bad. No big deal. I have a spike here. Why is he in the corner? Buddy. But there's like a cooldown for spikes you can grab, but it doesn't seem like to be like a crazy cooldown. If you travel around the map a lot, you'll find them pretty easily, I feel. If you stick in the same spot and you're trying to grab from the same hook after like 10 seconds, then it's like, you know... There's blood here. This is really fun. I thought that was a person. That's Meg that I impaled earlier. Oh, that was V. I stand corrected. Alt? Nice, nice. We are going to do the normal Mori on her. Which means I don't think I want to impale her. Because if I do, then it's going to be the controlled Mori, no? Or can I choose between the two? I'm not certain. We shall find out. I'm like not gaining on her. Am I not hugging it tight enough? I need to break the pallet, that's what's happening. I'm crazy. It actually plays into my build now that I think about it. So with that. Okay, we're gonna do this. I could have hit her there, but I want him to go second first, I think. Nearly. That was like really, really close. I think that one add-on would have activated. Oh, So can I do a normal Mori? Okay, hold on. There's a problem. You see how it says kill? I'm afraid that is the... No, it's not. Okay, cool. She doesn't have a spike in her. I forget. So cool, dude. Oh, okay. Well, this is a problem. I hate my spikes. Burn them. Hello? This is a little bug. No big deal. Oh, they're all perkless. I kind of forgot that that was a thing that you can change. That's really cool, dude. I love that. That's so sick. I'm gonna play another build, but I'm going to put something that I think would work really well on Jason. Lethal is actually not a bad idea. I think that's fine. I like his add-ons. I don't mind changing them, but I'm going to. That's cool, but I'm not sure that we'll make it to the exit gates. It's more of a safety net. That's pretty good. I like that one. We'll use that one. And then Jason-esque perks. I'd say brutal, but then it's like trapper, trapper. You know. So let me look and see. Plaything wouldn't be bad. It would give us some extra detectable. Insidious sounds fun. We'll actually use his Silent Shadow perk. It seems like a good use of a perk. With lethal. I'm thinking Gen Aggression somewhere, right? Right now I've got like a sneaky build going on, but I already have Omnipresence as base kit, so it doesn't make a difference, right? Spirit Fury is not bad at all. I think that's a good perk. I don't care for Gen Aggression. It's not like I'm sweating here. So far, first impressions are insanely biased. As many things are. Undetectable for 13 seconds is pretty big with lethal. They're up here. They hear my tear radius now. Ooh, really close. Also, we're on backwater again. Is this like a thing that I have to select the map in the in the settings here? Let's try him on other maps. This is a good map for him. I feel like this is like Jason-esque as well. But big. That's really good, actually. Now that I think about it, he can like hit over a lot of loops with his spear or his spike. Did they sabo that? What is that? Or is it that when I grab a spike, it becomes a broken hook? I'm curious now. I don't think that's the case. It might be the case. It's made of like rebar. And my spike is made of rebar sometimes, so... I also want to test the the trajectory on this thing. Can you like orbital with it, right? I'd say it's possible, but very unlikely. See how it's like glowing? Watch this. Okay, so yes, so when you take a spike from a hook, it becomes a broken hook. That's interesting. Way too high. Way too high. That's like the only risk you run with grabbing so many hooks, I guess. And it becomes... they recharge. The hooks come back, like, see? Obviously. Dude, had she... You know what's crazy? You can probably hit some insane shots with that, too. I bet. I guarantee you probably can. Oof, you see the idea there, though. Wow, I'm surprised I missed. Here, we haven't really used into this. We'll block the window? Oh, she leaves. Okay. You can use it as like a mini bamboozle, which is pretty fun. I feel like his big counter is going to be like... Oof. Is going to be like windows of opportunity, because that's part of his kit, kind of, where he uses windows and pallets. And it's like, you know, useful to know where he's going to come from if he does come from somewhere. Big. Also, something I notice, you want to hook the survivor and then just collect it off the hook, instead of collecting it and then hooking them, because then it'll be a broken hook that you can't use. Oof, I like the idea there. Like, there's a lot of pretty interesting shots I think you can hit with this. And bots seem to have this sixth sense about them. Never mind, I lied. Undetectable again. What is that for? Oh, my add-on. It's kind of like Wooden Fox, but they just gotta remove it. There's, plaything. One of the playthings. Shame, we'll leave him. I feel like once you get the hang of how it works, the, physics on the spear, you'll literally nail them. It'll be crazy. But that's the same for most killers, like, Xeno. Xeno has probably one of the most difficult M2s I've ever experienced, because of how wonky it can be. That's a bad throw. I think that's going to go down. I'm like compensating for gravity, but it's like not that big of a deal. I thought she would do that. It's fine. We go to collect this one. Sort of a cooldown between collected. That's big. Oh, control to kill. I see, I see. So control is your mini Mori, and then M1 would be your full Mori. That does make sense. I think that works the same for all the mini Mori killers. Now I'm undetectable. I feel like they could go really hard with certain builds. Imagine if they were here, that would have been insane right there. Block that window and you get a free hit. Wow. Here we are. No jump scares, but it's okay. A little too far away. Oof. I might go for Laura. Meg's here too, somewhere. Oh, I said Laura, I meant Meg. There's Ace. Free hit. We take the spike. He's gonna remove it and I'll be undetectable again. Why did he do that? Why did he run back towards me? Bots, man, I'm telling you. He's like, oh, he's gone, he's gone. Undetectable. Gotta use omnipresence. That's an interesting concept. You can, like, fake omnipresence with being undetectable. Well, not really, because the fog is like a telltale sign, right, of that he's in omnipresence. From the survivor's POV, he will be, invisible and undetectable, but fog will, like, surround them. Kind of like what I see when I go omnipresent, right? Oof, that was dirty. That was dirty. Why did she vault? We're not gonna hook. No, we're not gonna, hit her. Let her leave. I'll be collecting spikes soon anyway. I sort of wish it auto-collected when you were, after you hooked them. We can use this to our advantage. She's going to save, I'm certain of it. Yep. A little slow because of the poke being right there, but wow. Yeah, and if you end games quickly, then it's like you don't get any mores, but it's like fine, you know what I mean? No big deal. We've seen them all. We know what we know what they are. It is funny to see like you walking by a loop and you see like a survivor impaled on a wall, you know? That is a pretty funny concept to me. We'll do another one with a different map, different survivors. There it is again. Okay, so I brought us to Trickster's Delusion because in a funny way, it kind of reminds me of Jason Takes Manhattan from the 8th movie. Again, different license, but still, same concept. And again, also, I feel like on this map there are some really good pallet spots. I didn't mean to do this. Actually, I did, because I blocked the window from them. That's great. And I feel like it's a really cramped map, so you can kind of impale them. Hello? What was that? It's interesting. I'm having like a connection issue, I think. But, you can kind of like impale them on a lot here, because it's so cramped. I'm having connection issues. Put him here, we'll collect our spear. Find another. Find another. Okay, we'll wanna swap it. They're confused, they're confused, they're like, what? What'd he do? That was a really weird hit. How long does it take for him to remove himself? He's removing it? Oh, okay, so when they remove it, they just fall. They don't have to, like, you don't have to down them. But it's like a solid, I'd say 10 seconds, maybe a little less. I figured she would circle around, someone would circle around for a save, but nobody. Nobody. Alright, I'll search. I, like, really want this gin, huh? It's really loud. I almost hit that. That was really close. In the corner, huh? The bots are giving up now. This killer's OP, nerf blight. Surely shoot for save, huh? I mean, that's what I would do right now. I feel like this wasn't even like a crazy match. Am I wrong in that? Ace went to second. Dude, this is so fast, though. It's like spirit speed when she's phased. Yeah, Claudette's just hiding somewhere. I wonder if they crouch. If they're, like, crouching and not moving, can you see them? I assume maybe. The red blob, right? But if they're crouching and moving, do you see them then? Like, I don't know. I'm not certain how his kit works in that aspect. And there's like no limit to how long you can do this. It's kind of crazy. This is an insane like hatch play. Like if you're looking for hatch, dude, this is the play. I feel like it's good in that aspect too. Like there's not many killers with range and high mobility besides what, Dracula? And his isn't even a projectile, it's a short range. You know? The only other one I can think of is Springtrap, and his 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 mobility is a lot less than this. And then Xeno has short range, but that's really all I can think about at the moment. She's definitely hiding somewhere, right? Waiting for that hatch. She's like, this is a lost cause. I think I found her. Huh, I think I found her, funny story. But closest spot would be this, I think. What is she doing? Oof. She didn't save in time. Lady. This is a kind of a wash of a match. I feel like it wasn't that good. But it was fast, so. Big. This is like amazing. I love this Mori so much. That's kind of cinematic right there, yeah.